Want to know why? Ask how. Howard the Humongous. Donald Trump told us on January 2nd, 2009, that he would have made a good general. Then he told us on May 6th, 2020, that he would have made a great doctor, and that his understanding of medicine awes the medical experts with whom he meets. Donald Trump is wrong. Donald Trump is delusional. More important, Donald Trump is a charlatan. Donald Trump has said that we are at war with an invisible enemy, and that this war makes him a hero, a wartime president. What's more, the Constitution makes Donald Trump our commander-in-chief. And as a general and as a wartime president, Donald Trump is a total failure. And worse, he is a mass murderer. Why? A general's most important job is prediction. A general's most important job is to anticipate the enemy. A general's most important job is to foresee what will happen next and to avoid the upcoming pitfalls and seize upcoming opportunities. To get an idea of how this works, let me tell you the gist of a classic short story by the French author Alphonse Daudet. A war is raging in a mountain valley. The soldiers in that valley have been struggling for 2 days and 2 nights, with their knapsacks on, to advance through pouring rain, through knee-deep mud, through a hail of bullets, and through artillery shells from the enemy. They are completely exhausted. Their slog forward is almost impossible. The muck through which they wade is reddened with blood and strewn with the body parts of their friends. Above that valley is a luxurious mountaintop villa. The general overseeing the troops of one side is in that villa's billiard room. What does the general do? He walks around the billiard table, stalking the perfect angle from which to put another ball into the pocket. He sips the brandy his servants bring him. He walks the length and breadth of the table once again, sizing up precisely which ball to hit, at precisely what angle to up his score. His intensity in making these decisions is ferocious. This is outrageous. The general is playing while his men go through struggles that could bring them death at any minute. Why in the world is the general even there? How dare he luxuriate and indulge in amusement while his men do all the dying, while his men do all the dirty work? Finally, with impossible persistence, the general's troops drive the enemy into retreat. Now his men have a choice. To pursue the enemy, they have to go around the mountain in front of them. They can either take the easy pass on their left or the hard pass on their right. Because the enemy has melted away so rapidly, the troops are afraid that their adversary's withdrawal is a feint, a fake-out. They are afraid the enemy has pulled back in order to lure them into a trap, an ambush. The officers of the men in the muck below send a courier to the general high above in his chateau. Which pass should they take? The easy one on the left or the hard one on the right? Which pass is most likely to harbor an ambush? The general puts the butt of his pool cue down on the rug, leans forward on it, and gives his order: the easy path on the left. If he is wrong, his men will die. If he is right, they may yet win the day. Suddenly, it becomes obvious why the general has been pacing around the pool table, sizing up different moves. He's been trying to anticipate the moves of the enemy. The general has been practicing his powers of prediction, and the general turns out to be right. Today, the decisions of America's commander-in-chief have equally brutal consequences. If President Donald Trump is right, Americans will get through the coronavirus crisis alive. If he is wrong, many Americans will die. On February 26th, President Trump told us there were only 15 cases of the coronavirus in America and that would soon go down to 0. He was wrong. Americans began to die. On February 27th, he said it's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle, it will disappear. 5 months later, deaths are reaching new heights. On March 10th, Trump said it will go away, just stay calm, it will go away. On March 24th, he said, we begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think Easter Sunday, you'll have packed churches all over our country. And on April 3rd, he said, I said it was going away, and it is going away. Yet the coronavirus is still with us. And more Americans have been killed by the virus than have died in the next 4 countries combined. The president of South Korea, Moon Jae-in, made a different sort of prediction. His country had suffered the SARS virus of 2002 and 2003 and the swine flu of 2009. When the new coronavirus hit Wuhan, China, he was afraid the same sort of thing would happen again. So he called in the biotech company heads he trusted the most and ordered them to create a test for the new coronavirus, then to mass produce it like crazy. He guaranteed that he would stop any regulatory agencies that stood in their way. He ordered extensive testing and quarantine of anyone carrying the new virus, and he ordered contact tracing to test and isolate anyone who had been in touch with the infected folks that the test uncovered. The result was simple. Only 293 South Koreans have died of the coronavirus. South Korea has a population less than 1/6 the size of the United States. If our commander-in-chief had employed the same methods as Moon Jae-in and had used them at the very beginning of the COVID-19 crisis, America would have had less than 2,000 deaths. Instead, we have had 140,000. In other words, thanks to President Trump's ignorance and dead wrong predictions, Donald Trump has personally been responsible for the deaths of 138,000 Americans. To repeat, Donald Trump has personally been responsible for the deaths of 138,000 Americans. Donald Trump has taken us through the pass where the enemy was laying in ambush. His powers of prediction have proven to be a big fat zero. Donald Trump is not fit to be a general, and he is not fit to be a doctor. In fact, his fantasies of being a stable genius, an infallible leader, are literally killing us. This is Howard Bloom, speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make. Or, want to know why? Ask how. And now, for that stupid, simpleton, sleazy, sneaky, little off button, I think I've got it.